Next up, at UFC Austin, we have the main event of the evening. We have a very salt and pepper Beneil Dariush taking on Arman Tsarukyan. Beneil Dariush, 22-5 overall, 4-1 in his last 5. He is coming off that title eliminator loss to Charles Oliveira. He's taking on Arman Tsarukyan, 20-3 overall, 4-1 in his last 5. He is riding a 2-fight win streak. This is a great main event. Potentially a changing of the guard, or potentially a reminder of who Beneil Dariush is. Beneil Dariush, I know he looks like an incredible 50-year-old, but he's
look at those DraftKings numbers. Rough, huh?
Yes. God damn, man. I almost went through this whole card without any mistakes at all. One mistake on the graphic. Anyway.
At least it doesn't say Bobby Green anymore.
Anyway, Beneil Dariush, I know he looks a lot older than he actually is. He's only 34, Pink? Yep, 34 years old. He's a phenomenal jiu-jitsu guy. I think a no-gi world champion, something to that effect. He does have big power in his hands as well. We have seen his jiu-jitsu. We have seen his wrestling scrambles. When he fought Gamrot, it was quite literally the greatest display of scrambling and takedown defense I've ever seen in my entire life. It was absolutely nuts what this guy was doing off Gamrot shots. Yeah, he got taken down, but he defended a ton, and he looked incredible doing it. Beneil Dariush, big power in his hands, great BJJ, great takedown defense. And he's going to need that takedown defense because he's fighting Arman Tsarukyan. This guy is the next generation of lightweight. He's got good technical striking. He's got power in his hands. He's got unlimited cardio, and he's got phenomenal wrestling. He has all of those things. He's going to come forward and just shoot over and over and over again, and he will get you to the ground. It's just a matter of when you get there, do you get back up or does he keep you down? He's athletic. He'll mix in kicks very fluidly. And like I mentioned, he's this next generation of lightweight. I understand why Arman should be the favorite. He's young, great energy, good striking. But we did watch him on ice skates in his last fight, and Beneil Dariush has a lot of power. We also watched Beneil Dariush defend so many takedowns from Gamrot and beat Gamrot in a 3-round fight. Arman Tsarukyan lost to Gamrot. I don't want to play MMA math because I think Arman won that fight. But frankly, point being, if Arman's just coming in here shooting takedown after takedown, and Beneil's takedown defense looks like it did in that Gamrot fight, Beneil's going to defend these takedowns and potentially win this fight. I am picking Arman. I have picked Arman in literally every single one of his UFC fights, and I was only wrong one time. Well, since we've been doing this show. I've only been wrong that one time against Gamrot. But I do not have him in my safety parlay, and I'm not really betting on him because Beneil Dariush showed us just how absolutely incredible his takedown defense is. And those scrambles, that power against an Arman who was already dropped, this could look exactly like the Gamrot fight. With all that being said, Arman is the pick, and I would not be surprised if all of a sudden Beneil Dariush's career takes a wild nosedive. This guy was on an 8-fight win streak, got knocked out, got smoked, lost his shot at a title, and how many times have we seen, like, boom, like it could literally be a wild nosedive. Arman's the pick. What do you think, Shaky Boy?
Yeah, I wish your cholesterol would take a nosedive. But Arman, your breakdown comparing him to that Gamrot fight is absolutely perfect because if Arman comes in, this young kid, this young wrestler and grappler, and thinks, oh, I'm going to show the world. I'm going to take that. Nobody can take down Dariush. I'm going to take down Dariush. I'm going to dominate the wrestling. I'm going to dominate the grappling in this matchup. And if he comes in and tries to do that, it will look like the Gamrot fight. He will lose this fight if his game plan is just to wrestle, 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 because Dariush is too good for that style of fight. He's proven it. He's shown that you cannot do that to him. If you're Arman in this matchup, you have to, I would approach this fight. I have two things to say. If I was on the Arman side, I approach this like it's a kickboxing match. I don't really care about the wrestling. If you want to try to maybe get a takedown at the end of each round to see if you can get one and kind of steal rounds, maybe they're close rounds to kind of do that for the judges. I get that last 30 seconds, last minute, see what happens type of situation. But I approach this. Arman's got really good kicks. I think he's the better striker in this match, but he's not going to have the power advantage, right? Dariush probably has the power. Both these guys have been chinned before, so it's like Dariush probably has the power to be able to chin Arman, but I approach this as a kickboxing match. I'm just going to point fight this guy. I'm going to double up his strikes. I'm going to have the volume. I'm going to have the striking pressure. I'm going to have the striking pace. I'm going to push Dariush against the fence and just kind of touch and touch and touch, avoid the power. Eventually, Dariush is going to slow down. You see him start to slow down in fights before. This is going to be 5 rounds. I have no doubt. I guess I do have a little bit of doubt, but this is probably going to go at least 3 or 4, probably at least 3 or 4 rounds. And Arman, I would just touch, and do that. I wouldn't try to wrestle this guy, Dariush. That's how Arman wins this fight, and I think that he approaches it in that style and does enough in the striking to win this fight. He is going to be my pick. If I'm the Dariush side, which you've never really seen him do this, I force the wrestling. I force the scrambling. The best thing that Dariush does is scramble. He is so good at scrambling. The issue is, and you saw that with Gamrot, he uses his scrambling to get back to his feet. If I'm in this matchup versus Arman, I force offensive wrestling, I force scrambles, and I try to find Arman in a situation in one of these scrambles. Because if there's just a pure scrambling grappling match, Dariush is the better scrambler. Dariush is the better grappler. He's probably not the better just like wrestling if it's a wrestling match, but when you introduce these scrambles and you introduce these grappling situations, Dariush is more than capable of finding something in there. And I think that's the best way for him to find Arman outside of just like one-punch power kind of shot. But like I said, you've never really seen Dariush do that. Even when he was in these grappling situations, these scrambles versus Gamrot, he used it to get back to his feet. Dariush is a guy that has shown he just wants to knock people out. He has shown that he can knock people out. I think Dariush comes in, defends the takedowns, looks for that one-punch power, eventually kind of starts getting worn down by Arman, the volume, the pressure in the striking, maybe a mix in a takedown attempt or two, and by the 3rd and 4th round, you really see Dariush kind of, as you mentioned, kind of fall off the edge with his cardio, get a little bit sloppier, get a little bit more desperate. Arman picks up the pace, the pressure, the young kid, 27 years old, and I think this is kind of a changing of the guard. I think there's an opportunity for Arman to finish this guy in the 3rd, 4th, maybe 5th round as he wears down Dariush. But you nailed it. If he thinks that he's going to out-wrestle this guy, it's not going to work, and he's probably going to end up losing this fight. So I agree. Arman is the pick, but I'm staying away from it from bets and parlays and all that stuff. Let's just wait and see. This is a good kind of mile step to see if Arman is as good as he says he is. I'm actually a hater of both these guys. I'm a very obvious Arman hater. I've said that Arman sucks for a long time. I was a Dariush hater as well, so there's no real bias here. I think Arman should be able to get it done, but he could fuck this up, man. He could fuck this up.
Yeah, he could. And that's why I don't have him in the safety parlay. I love the guy. Safety parlay is something that he's been in the past, and it has worked out for us in the past. But, after watching that Gamrot fight, it's like, I can't, I'm going to pick against Beneil here, but how could I fully commit to that? How could I bet against this guy after watching that fight? With that being said, I do actually think his career's taken a nosedive. I think that Charles' loss probably changed something. He was going for a title, riding high, like
People
8 fights in a row.
That fight too. People were pretty high on him because everyone thought that Charles was the one that was done.
Yeah. But we've seen it many, many times. That one loss changes everything. I think that was the Charles loss for Beneil. I think that changes everything. And that was his shot working his way up the ranks. And I think
And he really hadn't beat it. I mean, if you look at his record, I know that he's gotten these wins and stuff, but if you look at
he had long layoffs. Those people that
I know, but I mean, and he beat Gamrot, but he basically beat Gamrot just by defending takedowns, landed one shot. It is what it is. It is a win.
Yeah, I don't think he won that fight, literally.
An old Tony Ferguson, a Diego that he's already beat before, a Scott Holtzman, a Drakkar Klose that he knocked out, which he almost got knocked out in that, Frank Camacho, and then he's got a little bit older ones that look good now with the Drew Dober, Thiago Moises, lost Alexander Hernandez, lost to Edson Barbosa. So, I mean, it is what it is. Lost to Chiesa.
Yeah, no, listen, I think what he did was incredible. Scramble skills are incredible. Style-wise, he could win this fight, but I do think that loss probably changed something, took a little bit of the wind out of his sails. Arman should win. Minus 275 seems a bit wide, considering we basically saw this exact same fight with the Gamrot fight. $9,200 for Arman. Some idiot has the graphics backwards. That actually might be worth it. If he's going to get the takedowns, if he's going to get things going. We have 5 rounds worth of scoring. Not 3, but 5 full rounds. That $9,200 may actually be worth it. Are you going to have him in your lineup at that 92?
I am undecided.
Jacob is undecided, but you should not be undecided about premium membership. It's only $10 a month. You go to WeWantPicks.com. You click Become a Member at the top. You instantly unlock everything you have ever needed to head into Fight Week. You're going to get picks, bets, round line leans, tools, insight, information, and everything else. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. It is only $10 a month. You're also going to be able to double your money in
double
our
your pleasure, double your fun with Double Mint Gum. Remember those commercials?
I do remember those commercials. If we get to 20,000 subscribers on the We Want Picks YouTube channel and 10,000 subscribers on our second channel, Picks Nation, which we are almost there for both of those, and you comment on our giveaway video, you could win $1,000. It's literally that simple. Costs you nothing to enter this contest. Entering this contest is literally 2 clicks of a subscribe button and 1 single comment. And that's it. We're going to go live, use a comment picker. It's going to grab your comment. And if you're that guy, you win $500.
Or gal.
Or gal.
Elizabeth's in here.
If you happen to be a premium member.
Shevsky's in here.
You'll win $1,000. So do the things. We basically set out a goal this year to get to 3,000 premium members, 20,000 subscribers on We Want Picks. We're very close to both those things. I do think we hit those things without this giveaway, but I do like to do a giveaway towards the end of the year, especially things are winding down. I would love to give away this money. That means we hit all of our goals. Do the things. Subscribe to both channels. Comment on the giveaway video. If you're a premium member, we'll give you $1,000. If you're just a cheap-ass day walker, you'll get $500. Do the things. The links to all of this are in the description below, and that premium membership will get you access to all the tools, like the detailed data, metrics, and analytics.
Have you told people to like and subscribe?
Tracker. Please like. And I just told them to subscribe. I offered them $1,000 to subscribe.
Did you tell them that we're close to 20,000 subscribers?
We're right there.
Ooh, I can touch
You're
it.
Gonna get
feel it. Ooh.
You're going to get the DraftKings Optimizer. Ooh. You're going to get more than just me and Jacob. You're going to get the MMA Minute. He's got 30,000 tiki-takis. You're going to get Runny Mouth MMA. You're going to get Artem. You're going to get the Pick Doctor. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. It's only $10 a month. Any words for the people before I shut this bitch down? This is a long-ass stream.
Yeah, I think they're getting better and better, though. You can follow me, Twitter, Instagram. It's right there if you want. A lot of good stuff going on.
Lots of pictures.
Selfish plugs. Lock of the Week video. If you haven't seen it, please go watch it. It's up already live right now. So you guys show crazy support for that. You guys don't really like these, but you definitely like the Lock of the Week video. As far as like likes.
Yeah, actual likes. No, Lock of the Week video is quite literally the best video in this space. And if you don't appreciate those, go watch those 2 nerds read stats off on a spreadsheet.
Yourself. Oh, we can't end it right now.